All right, everybody, welcome back to class. My name is Teacher Chad, and this hour we are going to be practicing our reading and pronunciation as we read through a short story entitled Colorado. The link to the short story is in the Verbling chat box, okay, as well as in the Google chat box. Okay, so I put it in both places. So when you get into class, if your Verbling chat isn't working, the link to Google Chat should be available for you, and you should be able to open that up. Okay, very good. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hello, Aga. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are things going for you today? Everything good?
Yes, finally I managed to sleep longer because last week I was like sleeping 4 or 5 hours. It was maximum.
Wow.
And today I was sleeping till almost 1 p.m.
Wow. That must be nice to relax a little bit, though, right?
Yes, it was great.
Excellent. All right, how about Emmanuel? Oh, he took off. All right. Well, let's see. Amparo's coming in. Go ahead and open that up. I'll wait for Amparo to be able to unmute herself. Let's see. Julissa, how are you?
Hi. Hello, Chad. I'm doing fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing good. Welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
All right, Amparo, can you hear me now? Nope. How about Action? Action, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you, Chad. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
I'm also good, thanks. It's a weekend, so I relaxed very well. I'm good.
Everybody's happy on the weekend, right?
Yeah.
All right, very good. How about Amparo? Amparo, can you hear me now? All right, how about Emmanuel?
Hi.
Hi there, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself? All right, how about Caroline? How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Caroline, can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome to class. Good to have you here.
Thanks.
All right, let's check back with Amparo. Amparo, can you hear me okay?
Yes, now I can hear you.
There we go.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
All right, how about Alberto? How are you?
Hi, fine. Thank you. You?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. All right, you guys. Welcome to class. Let's go ahead and get started so we can get you guys reading. All right, the link is in the chat box. Go ahead and open that up. When you do, this is what you'll see. Okay, and we'll start over with Aga on the left-hand side. Let me have you read the first 2 paragraphs, please.
Okay. Note that the author was 15 years old when he wrote this story. The train checked into the Denver station. The train was on its final leg of the New York to Denver road. As the white-capped peaks of the mountains came into view, a man clad in leather boots walked to the front of the railroad car. He was a younger man, about 25 years old, had brown hair and was quite tall and lean, but he had a muscular build. The hat he wore was dusty, well-worn, and tan-colored, and he wore a shirt that matched his eyes. His eyes were as blue as the Colorado sky. The young man also wore a pair of faded khaki-colored trousers. The gun belt he wore around his waist was made of the finest cowhide. Yet it too was showing sign of wear. In the holster was a pair of Colt revolving handguns. He walked with a certain swagger in his step. His face was cool and confident. The young man had some stubble on his chin for a slightly bird-like look.
Okay, very good. Let's look at some words here. Okay, first up is this word here. The word is confident. Okay, you would pronounce the ending as confidant. All right. Now there's a difference because confidant is a word. Okay, if you are my confidant, that means I trust you and I will tell you my secrets. Okay, it's to confide in someone. If you say confidant, and that is with an A-N-T at the end. But confident, okay, is a little different. Okay, it means that you believe in yourself. Okay, you have you have a little bit of pride, not bad pride, you know, but you believe in yourself. Okay, you have very good self-esteem. Okay, so let's practice that. The word is confident.
Confident.
Okay, one more time, confident.
Confident.
Very good. Okay. Here, this word is wear. Okay, instead of wear, it's wear. So signs of wear.
Wear.
Good.
Signs of wear.
Excellent. Okay. Now, this is probably a new word for you. The word is cowhide.
Cowhide.
And that's basically the skin of a cow. Okay, cowhide. Right? Let's go to muscular. Instead of muscular, it's muscular.
Muscular.
There you go. Okay, someone who is strong. All right, and this word here, let's practice the G plus the ED ending. The word is chugged.
Chugged.
Okay, one more time. Chugged.
Chugged.
Good, good. Nice job. Okay, thank you, Aga.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to action. Let me have you continue reading. Please read the next, let's see, next 2.5 paragraphs. So I'll have you read down to right here where it says robbery, okay?
Okay. He walked around into the rail car where his horse was being held. The summer sun beat down upon his neck. He stopped to mop his brow, glad to be back. His friend was in New York, and he went there to visit him. Now he was just returning and needed a rest. He mounted his chocolate-colored stallion, rode into town, and checked into the nearest hotel for the ride. The young man awoke with a start. "Good morning," was said in an unfamiliar voice. Looking up, he saw a man sitting in his hotel room. This man was an older man dressed in a suit, and he wore brand-new polished black shoes. The sun was just above the horizon. "Hello," replied the younger man. "You must be Jones." "That's right." "Good, I need your help." "Why would this person need his help?" Jones pondered. This older man was obviously rich. He could afford new shoes. "Why me?" Jones asked. Couldn't he have hired anyone else? He thought. "Let me explain. Exactly 10 days ago, thieves stole all of the gold reserves from the Crescent City Bank. Jones, I'd like to hire you to investigate this bank robbery."
Okay, good, good. Let's check out some words here, all right? First off, I want to practice this this sentence here. Afford new shoes kind of was really mixed together, and I want to practice the enunciation of them. That means speaking those words clearly. So we're going to say, he could afford new shoes. Try that, please.
He could afford new shoes.
Good. One more time. He could afford new shoes.
He could afford new shoes.
Good, nice. Okay, let's go to the word polished. Here you had said polished. All right, let's end with a T sound. Polished.
Polished.
Okay, almost get a T sound at the very end. Polished.
Polished.
Okay, good. All right. Let's go to the DR sound. Okay, so
Dressed,
instead of
yeah.
saying dressed, we want to say dressed.
Dressed.
Okay, very good. One more time. Dressed.
Dressed.
Okay, very very close. Okay, right now you're saying dressed and pronouncing a hard R. I want you to produce a sound that sounds like this. We're going to say dr.
Dr.
Okay, so
Dressed.
you want to curve your tongue down instead of leaving your tongue at the top. Okay, so you're going to push your tongue down to the bottom. Okay, and put your almost like your teeth are together, but it looks like this. Dressed. Try that.
Dressed. No.
Almost. Okay, try this sound.
Dr. Dr.
Good. Okay. Dressed.
Dressed.
Almost. Almost. Okay. So the key to that sound is to push your tongue down, because right now you're saying dressed. Okay. And your tongue is hitting the top of your mouth, producing that hard R sound. So same with the other R's that you pronounce. Push your tongue down, and it's really difficult after that D. But if you focus on them as being one sound instead of two separate letters, okay, it may help you. Okay, so let's give it one more try. Okay, okay, it's sort of you're gonna have a vibration back here. Okay, and you're gonna go to that R sound. Dressed. Okay, try that.
Dressed.
There, that's it. Okay, much better. One more time. Dressed.
Dressed.
Good. Okay, I can hear that your tongue is not hitting the top of your mouth. Much better. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to one last word. And the word is hotel. Where did you go, hotel?
Yeah,
All right, right
hotel.
here.
I spelled it like a hotel, but it's hotel. Yeah.
Yes, you had said hotel. Okay, the word is, let's see. No, you had said hotel, putting the accent at the very beginning. Okay, the accent goes at the end. The word is hotel.
Hotel.
There you go. Okay, very good. Nice job.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Alberto. Let me have you continue reading, please. Starting at me, an investigator, and reading down to the bottom where it says Crescent City.
Yeah. Well, John's old friend Jerry. Jerry was a hard man, but a loyal friend. He was also one of the most feared gunslaters in the West. Jones replied, still puzzled. How do you know Jeremiah Levinson? Well, the mayor knows him personally. The mayor? Yes, the mayor of Crescent City. I've heard of Jeremiah Levinson, and I've also heard of Crescent City, but who are you? Jones was still puzzled. I apologize for not introducing myself sooner. I'm on the City Council of Crescent City. I am the treasurer, and I am also the mayor's personal advisor. My name is Benjamin Harris. That would explain the new shoes, Jones thought. Harris continued, I will pay for your fare on the stagecoach, and you will be paid $25 a day to investigate the robbery of the Bank of Crescent City. Jones considered
Just till there. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a look here at some words. Okay. First up, this word is stagecoach.
Stagecoach.
Okay. Give me a CH sound at the end. It sounds like this. Ch. Stagecoach.
Stagecoach.
There you go. Okay. Now, at the beginning of the word, you're saying stage. Okay. So we want to go to the S sound first. Okay. Stagecoach. Try that.
Stagecoach.
There you go. Much better. Okay. Let's go to the word apologize. So this G is going to make a J sound. Jize. Apologize. Try that.
Apologize.
Okay. Let's talk about the J. Okay.
Apologize.
So right now you're saying apologize. okay, pronouncing more of a Y sound, yais, okay? That G makes a J sound. Now, the difference with the J is that you'll have the vibration right here in your throat, okay? It's a voiced sound, okay? So to show you how that feels, we're going to pronounce the E sound. So I want you to say E and feel your throat right here about where your Adam's apple is at. E. Try that.
E.
Okay, so you feel that vibration, E.
Yeah, I feel.
Okay, now we're going to pronounce a J. So you're going to close your mouth just a little bit more. Okay, and your tongue is going to be between your kind of between your teeth, not like this, but down below. Okay, and we say J, J. There you go. That's that sound right here. Okay, so we say apologize.
Apologize.
Good. Okay, let's try that one more time. We're going to say apologize.
Apologize.
Okay, get that voice, that vibration here. Apologize. Jize.
Apologize.
Okay,
Yeah.
much better. Okay, so when you pronounce that G or that J, okay, you're going to get that vibration right there. Okay, let's go to another word. Okay, this word is puzzled. Okay, the Z's. Okay, the Z as well is going to get a vibration in the throat. Z, E, that E sound. Z. Okay, that vibration. So we say puzzled. Puzzled. Try that.
Puzzled.
There you go. Good. One more time. Puzzled.
Puzzled.
Nice. Okay. And one last word. This word is personally.
Personally.
Good. One more time. Personally.
Personally.
Excellent. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's go to Amparo.
Thank you.
All right, Amparo, let me have you read through this next paragraph, starting with Jones considered, and about halfway through this second paragraph here, okay? Going to Jones was there.
Okay. Jones considered this. Somehow he felt that he could not trust Harris. It seemed rather uncouth for him to come barging into his room without a prior introduction, even though he had never met Harris till now. He felt a thought that there was something untrustworthy about wealthy and influential men. They always made him apprehensive, and also he had never been a detective. Nevertheless, $25 a day was very good wages for 1879. He also wanted to see Jerry again. Contemplating it a bit more, he announced his decision. I accept. 5 hours later, the stage rumbled into Crescent City, and as it did, clouds started to build up, and a strong wind whistled. Well, Jones, here we are, proclaimed Harris, in between claps of rolling thunder. Jones looked around. What he saw stunned him. 7 years ago, Jones had arrived in Crescent City on his first cattle drive from El Paso. Instead of going back to El Paso, he stayed in Colorado. Years he went from town home. Jones promoted justice and was the unofficial protector of Colorado. Wherever the bad guys were, Jones was there.
Okay, very good. Let's take a look at a few words here, okay? And they're at the very beginning. So this word here is uncouth.
Uncouth.
Okay, uncouth.
Uncouth.
Yeah, sort of like saying booth or tooth. Okay, it has that oo sound there. All right. Now, uncouth. Here, what he's meaning with the word is improper. Okay. Usually, we use the word uncouth when we're talking about our appearance. Okay. So someone walked into the room uncouth, meaning that their hair was messy, their shirt wasn't buttoned up. Okay. Maybe they smelled funny. Okay. That would be uncouth. All right, so it would be improper to walk in like that. All right, so that's what he's meaning here as well. It'd be rather improper to come to walk into into someone's room. So that leads us to our next word, which is barge. Barging. That's a J sound there. Barging. Try that.
Barging.
Good, good. Okay. And last word is influential.
Influential.
Good. One more time. Influential.
Influential.
Excellent. Okay. Very good. Everything else sounded very nice. Nice job.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Let's go to Jones was there. Okay, so we're right there on his. And my next reader is Caroline.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Let's have you continue reading from his gunslinging. Okay, I'll have you finish off this paragraph, read this next one, and go about halfway, or a few sentences a few sentences into this third paragraph, okay? Go ahead.
Okay. All right. His gunslinging earned him the nickname of Colorado Jones. His travels took him all throughout Colorado. Yet, in the 7 years that he had been gone from Crescent City, things had changed. They had changed a lot. Once a peaceful, busy, quiet little town, Crescent City was now the poorly maintained home of all the outlaws in Colorado. How could Crescent City become so corrupted? Jones asked. Hard time, Mr. Jones, hard times, Harris responded. Looks like a storm is building. Let me take you down to visit the bank before you get wet. No, I'm going to meet a friend. He lives near here. I'll ride over to his place. A little rain never hurt anybody. And you don't need to book me a hotel room. I have made arrangements. Very well, Harris sighed. Jeremiah Lewiston stood on the front porch of his house. Rain was coming down in sheets. He stared into the big black storm clouds. Jerry was in his mid-40s and still strong. He was wearing an old, tattered straw hat that showed his copper-colored hair.
All right, very good. Now, excellent job with your T to D sounds like 40s. Okay, that sounded really good. You can do the same with some double T words. Okay, like little. All right, now with this word here, tattered, you can definitely do that. So instead of saying tattered, let's say tattered. Try that.
Tattered.
Tattered. Tattered.
Tattered.
There you go. Yeah, so we can switch that to a D sound. Okay? One more time. Tattered.
Tattered.
Okay,
That's
good.
No.
Let's go to the word well. Now, Caroline, you're from Brazil, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Now, the L sound is a little difficult for Portuguese speakers. Okay, because like when you pronounce the name of your country, you say Brasil. All right, and that L turns to a U sound. Okay, the same with words like well and build. These are difficult words for you. So let's practice the L. Okay, so instead of saying well, we want to say well.
Well.
Okay, so when we pronounce the L, okay, your tongue is going to curve all the way up to the top and touch the top of your mouth. You don't want to touch your teeth, okay, but it does need to touch the top of your mouth. Well, like that. Well. Okay, so try that. Well.
Well.
Good, good. All right, let's go to our next word, which is build. Okay, same thing, but we're going to use a short I, b, and go to an L. Build. Try that.
Build.
Good. One more time. Build.
Build.
Good. Okay. Nice job. All right. Let's take a look at a couple other words here. Okay. So, okay. Yet. Okay. Here you had said yat, ya. Okay. It's going to be a short E sound. Yeah. Yet. Try that.
Yet.
Good, nice. And the ed ending on earn. Okay, we say earned.
Earned.
Good. One more time. Earned.
Earned.
All right. Here we want to pronounce a D sound instead of a T. Okay. Now, how do you pronounce your name in Portuguese? Can you say your first name for me?
Carolini.
Okay, so caro, Carolini, right? So
So
that
that's it. I'm sorry.
R, okay, that R in caro is how we pronounce the D, okay, in English, okay? You want your tongue to hit the top of your mouth, d, Carol, right? Like how we say did. Now here we're going to say earned, okay, not earned, okay, that's a T sound. We want to say earned. And I want you to think of of the Portuguese hard R, like in your name, caro. All right, so earned. Try that, please.
Earned.
Okay, pull your tongue back just a little bit more so it can hit the top of your mouth. Okay, earned.
Earned.
Okay, let's try an exercise. We're going to say d.
D.
Okay, one more time. D.
D.
Okay, now we're going to say d. So your tongue is going to go up to the top of your mouth. Then you're going to say a d sound. D. Try that.
D.
Good. Good. Okay. D. Good. Okay. Now we're going to say earned.
Earned.
Okay. Now we want to remove that d at that sound at the end. So we're going to say earned. Okay. It's really small. Earned.
Earned.
Pull your tongue back like how we were saying earned.
Earned.
Good. Okay. Earned.
Earned.
Okay, very close. So I want you to practice that sound. Okay, so starting off with that N and saying okay, and that'll help you get control of your tongue. Then you can add vowels in front of that. It doesn't matter which vowel it is. Okay, but what you want to do is practice saying something before you get to that ND sound. Okay, earned, ond, eend. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the word makes sense. Okay, but practicing vowels in front of that nd sound. Okay, and that will help you master that that ed ending. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, very good. Let's go to our next reader, Emmanuel.
Yes.
All right, let me have you continue reading, please, starting at the leather coat. All right, I'll have you finish off this paragraph and read down to the bottom here where it says listless.
Okay. The leather coat that Jeremiah wore was faded, but it served as a good raincoat, as the leather was still waterproof. He also wore a beard. His green eyes shone like big green emeralds. Jerry looked down toward the path. It was Colorado? No way. But sure enough, there he was. Colorado brought his horse to a halt. Hey, old friend. My, if it ain't Colorado Jones, why don't you come on the porch? You look soaked. I'll make you some coffee. Thanks, I could use some coffee. Colorado dismounted and strolled onto the porch. Rain dripped from his wide-brimmed hat. How've you been doing lately, Jerry? Not too bad. You? I'm good, stated Jones apathetically. What's wrong, Colorado? You know about a bank robbery? Come on inside. We need to talk. Jeremiah's voice sounded down-earth and listless.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let's take a look at some words here. Okay. All right. Let's go to dripped. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to say: your ed endings when you have a T, okay, or an M or N, when it needs to sound like a D, those sound good. Okay. Brimmed sounded great. Dismounted, great. Strolled, great. Okay, where you
Okay.
get tricked up a little bit is with the T endings. So when a word ends with a P, okay,
Okay.
a P sound, it sounds like a T. So the word is dripped. Try that.
Dripped.
Good, good. All right. As well, when the word sounds like a K sound, like soak, that ed is a T. Soaked.
Soaked.
Good. One more time. Soaked.
Soaked.
Great. Okay. Let's
Okay.
practice the CH ending on porch. Let's see. Oh, right here. So it's a CH. Porch. Porch.
Porch.
Good. One more time. Porch.
Porch.
Good. Okay. Let's go
Okay.
to Jerry. Now, an important concept in English is that we only have one R sound. Even if we have two R's, we still only make one R. So this word would not be Jerry. Okay, it's Jerry.
Okay.
Try that, please. Jerry.
Jerry.
Good. Okay. Now,
Okay.
watch your your vowel sounds. You tend to put an H at the beginning of some of the words that start with vowels, like also. Here you had said also, adding an H there. Okay, so we don't want to add
Also.
an H. We want to remove the H and say all, also.
Also.
There you go. Okay, so let's try this. We're going to say he also wore. He also wore.
He also wore.
Okay, so here you had said he also. So remove that H. He also. Go straight to that A sound. All. He also wore. Try that.
He also wore.
Okay, good. Much better with that, with removing that H. But this word does need the H. So he also. Try that. He also.
He also.
Good. Much better. Nice job. Okay, so Emmanuel, I'm going to give you a link to one of my ed ending videos. Okay. So this video will give you the rules on which words we pronounce with a D ending, which ones end with a T ending, and which ones end with an ID ending. Okay, so you can
Okay.
work through those and memorize which ones end with a T. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. All right, let's go to Julissa.
Yeah.
All right, Julissa, let me have you continue, starting with Colorado sat down, and read till, let's see, let me have you read till, till here, till $20,000 was gone, okay?
Okay. Colorado sat down at the table. He took a nice long sip of his piping hot coffee. It tasted so good to him. He stopped for a minute to listen to the rain hitting the roof, and then took another sip. Thunder rumbled in the distance. It had been a while since Jones last had a good cup of coffee. "Now, why do you ask about a bank robbery?" Jerry asked straightforwardly. "Benjamin Harris." "Wait, did you say Benjamin Harris?" "Yes, I did." "How do you know Benjamin Harris?" "Why, I met him in Denver. He was the one who came to hire me to investigate the bank robbery I told you about. Benjamin Harris is the most reprehensible man I have ever met. 5 years ago, he swindled me out of a city council seat. The town has been run down ever since. But anyway, about that bank robbery, Jerry, Jerry took a deep breath. 11 days ago, $20,000 worth of $50 gold pieces, all of them fresh out of the mint, arrived in a wagon. It was heavily armed. That night, in the local hotel, the only detective in town was shot to death in the lobby. The next morning, all of the $20,000 was gone.
All right, very good. Nice reading here. Let's take a look at also nice catch on armed. You caught yourself saying harmed, but yes, armed. Okay. Now this word here is wagon instead of wagon. Wagon. Try that, please.
Wagon. Wagon.
Good.
Wagon.
Yes, wagon. Okay.
Wagon.
Now this word may be a new one for you. The word is swindle. Okay, with an ed ending. Swindled.
Swindled.
Good, good. Now
Swindled.
that means to trick. Okay, and we usually say swindle me out of. Okay, that's usually the phrase that we use. We have me out of, okay, or us out of, or him out of. So some sort of pronoun here. Okay, so you swindle someone out of their money, their time, their inheritance. Okay, things like that. So it's when you you steal, you trick someone to steal from them, usually money. Okay.
Okay. Swindled.
All right. Let's go to the word crooked. We're talking about here we are. So this word here is crooked. Try that, please.
Crooked.
Good. With the T, let's see, crooked. Crooked. This is one of the exceptions, class. Haha. Yes. So usually, and I caught myself on it because usually when you have a word that ends with a K, like peak. Okay, peak. All right. The ed is usually a T sound. We would say peaked. Okay. But with this word here, crook. Okay, this is crooked. All right, crooked.
Crooked.
Even with the ed ending on the end, crooked. Okay, so that's how we pronounce this word, crooked. Try that.
Crooked.
Very good. All right, nice. All right, so last word is the word good. Okay, so instead of using an oo sound, we would use an sound. Good.
Good.
Great. Last. Let's see, a good cup of coffee. Try that. A good cup of coffee.
A good cup of coffee.
Excellent. That's a good way to say good. Nice. All right. Thank you very much, Julissa.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's go back up to the top to Aga, and have you continue. Here it says why else. Okay, and I'll have you read down to Mayor, or let's go to great coffee.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Why else would it be missing? Do you have any suspects? Colorado sounded calm as ever. No, but I have always suspected that two-faced, treacherous crook Harris. My reason for my misgivings is that the day before the bank robbery, Harris went out and bought himself some $100 shoes in Denver. When he came back, he bragged to everyone about his new shoes. Not even Harris is wealthy enough to buy $100 shoes. Tense silence followed. Outside, more thunder boomed. For a few moments, no one talked. Colorado took another sip of his coffee. What should I do? Colorado asked assertively. Do what you were hired to do. Start by going down to the bank. Right. Listen, Colorado, you are the best gunman on either side of the Mississippi. Let those outlaws know you're not afraid, and make sure they do it your way. If they hired you, they must not know that you're Colorado Jones. The only reason Harris hired you is because I recommended you to the mayor. Thanks, Jerry. I owe you a lot. Colorado got up too early. By the way, you make great coffee.
All right, very good. Let's go to hired.
Hired.
Hi. So we want to pronounce that H. Okay. If they hired you, hired you. Try that.
If they hired you.
Good, much better. Okay. And one other word. Okay, it's probably a new word for you. The word is treacherous.
Treacherous.
One more time. Treacherous.
Treacherous.
Very good. Okay, and that means dangerous. A treacherous.
Okay.
Okay,
Correct.
dangerous. Okay, very good. Nice reading. Let's
Thank you.
continue. Let's go to action. Action, read this next paragraph here.
Okay, chat.
Okay, action, go ahead. Action, can you hear me okay? All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to
Okay, I
Alberto.
can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you.
okay. Are you ready to read?
Okay, this part. Okay, sorry, I have troubles with my connection.
Okay.
Okay. The rain had ended when Colorado Jones stepped into the Crescent City Bank. He walked up to the counter. What can I do for you? Said clerk. I am investigating the robbery of 11 days ago. Were there any witness? Just one. The clerk stopped. The clerk stopped Jane. The clerk stopped. Jane, come here, Jane. Yes. Jane, meet Mr. Jones. Jane, meet Mr. Jones. The clerk went on. He wants to know if you know anything about the bank robbery 11 days ago. I do know one thing. I could not take my eyes off the robber's new shoes, said Jane nonchalantly. What color were they? Said Jones enthusiastically. Blacker than night, and all freshly polished too.
Okay, good. Let's take a look at a couple words here. All right, let's go to nonchalantly. This CH is going to sound like an SH. Nonchalantly.
Nonchalantly.
Good. Nice job. And nonchalantly means casually. Okay, so I couldn't take my eyes off his new shoes. So it's casually the person would say that. Okay, and this word here, robbery. Okay, make sure to focus on your R sounds there. Robbery.
Robbery.
One more time, robbery.
Robbery.
Okay, the end here, you're pronouncing a hard R, saying robbery. Okay, robbery. Try that.
Robbery.
There you go. That's it. Much better. Okay, good job.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, everything else sounded really good. Okay, nice job. Let's keep going. Alberto, let me have you continue reading.
Yeah.
Here where it says Jones turned and walked. Okay. Down to where it says to us as well. Okay. Go ahead, please. Alberto, can you hear me okay?
My microphone. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And John turned and walked out of the bank. What's that all about? Asked Jean faintly. I don't really know, stated the clerk. Jones came strolling out of the bank. Benjamin Harris was waiting for him. Well, did you find anything? Benjamin Harris sounded uneasy. Nope. Oh, well, I'm going down to the saloon, Jones said casually. I need something to drink. You coming? No. I need to meet someone. Very good. I'll be down there if you need me. Benjamin Harris was edgy. He rode his chestnut-colored horse down to his apartment. Waiting for him was a group of shady-looking men. Harris spoke to the men. Jones is on to us. I think he knows who stole the money from the Crescent City Bank. I'm sure he knows that it's ours. Jeremy Levinson is onto us as well.
Okay, very good. Let's practice the word bank. So Crescent City Bank. Instead of bonk, it is bank.
Bank.
There you go. Nice. All right. This word here is shady. Okay, a group of shady-looking men. Try that.
Shady. A group of shady-looking men.
Exactly. Now, those would be people that maybe look dangerous. You don't know about them. You're kind of frightened by them. They're shady characters or shady-looking men. Okay, it would be someone that you're like, I'm going to stay away from you. You look like you're up to no good. Okay, a shady-looking person. Okay, let's practice the J sound in the name Benjamin. So get that J sound there, Benjamin.
Yeah. Benjamin.
Good. One more time, Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Excellent. Okay, let's go to nope. Okay, this is a quick word. It means no. All right, so nope with an O sound. Nope.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, so instead of nop, it is nope. Okay. One last word. We're going to practice the STR. Okay, strolling. Try that.
Strolling.
Okay. Let's go to stir sound. So strolling.
Strolling.
Good. Get that L in there as well, okay? The STR sounds fabulous now, okay? Now let's get that L. Strolling. Okay, much better. One more time. Strolling. Okay, good. Nice job. Okay, thank you, Alberto. Let's go to Amparo. All right, Amparo, let me have you continue right here where it says impossible. And I'll have you read down to Jeremiah's ranch, please.
Impossible. Even though I do know that Jeremy has been onto us since day one, why would John be onto us? Declared the leader of the Neon. I'm sure that Jeremy knows John's life. And no, it's not impossible for John to be on to us. I did not know this when the mayor asked me to hire him. But Jones is the famed lawman Colorado Jones. Go down to the saloon. We need to get Jones off of our back at once. If Colorado says he's going to back to Denver, let him be. At least he'll be out of the way in Denver. And if he's not going back to Denver, kill him. Colorado gulped down another glass of sarsaparilla. I'm leaving for Denver tomorrow, he told the bartender. Tell Benjamin Harris to meet me at the stagecoach for Denver. Tell him to meet me there before dawn tomorrow. I should, replied the bartender automatically. Jones went outside, mounted his horse, and rode her to Jeremy's ranch.
Okay, very good. All right, so this is Jeremiah's.
Jeremiah's?
Okay, so rode hard. Okay, make sure to pronounce that D there. It sounded like you said rode her. Okay, rode her for, and then, so we want to add that D in there in har. Okay, so rode hard for Jeremiah's ranch. Try that.
Rode hard for Jeremiah's ranch.
Okay, and this is, instead of heard, it is hard. Rode hard.
Rode hard.
Okay, and it's more of an R sound. The word you're pronouncing, when you say heard, okay, I heard you say, okay, H-E-A-R-D. We want to make an R sound, okay? So just like if you were to pronounce a H and then an R, hard.
Hard.
Good, one more time, hard.
Hard.
Okay, so rode hard for Jeremiah's ranch.
Rode hard for Jeremiah's ranch.
Okay, much better with that R sound there. Good, okay? And let's go to lawman. So Jones, instead of low, it's law.
Law.
Jones is the famed lawman, Colorado Jones. Try that.
Law.
Yeah. Can you see that here where it says Jones is the
Jones,
famed?
the famed lawman, Colorado Jones.
Yeah, good. So instead of saying lo, it's law. Okay. Everything else sounded really good. This word isn't all that relevant because no one drinks sarsaparilla anymore. Okay. But yes, it would be pronounced sarsaparilla instead of sarsaparilla. It's sa. Okay.
Sarsaparilla.
It's
Without
sarsaparilla.
R. Okay.
Yeah,
The
instead
R
of
is
sarsaparilla.
silent.
Yeah, the R is silent.
Okay. Sarsaparilla. Okay.
Very good. Okay. Let's continue. Let's go to Caroline.
Okay.
All right. Where are we at? Okay, you found what?
Range.
So let me have you read that. Down to $50 gold pieces. Okay.
Okay. You found what? Jeremiah Livingstone thundered. A black scuff mark from new shoes. I also talked to a witness, and she says the man who robbed the bank had on polished, brand new, shiny black shoes. No way! I knew Harris was a thief, but this is very hard to believe. Do you know anyone else who wears polished, black, brand new shoes? No, only Benjamin Harris wears those kind of shoes, acknowledged Jeremiah. You need to go back to Denver and round up some men so you can catch Harris. Sure thing, Jerry. Colorado prepared to board the stagecoach back to Denver. Well, here's $50 for your troubles. Thanks, Harris. Colorado got into the stagecoach. He needed to find some solid evidence. With wondering eyes, Jones looked down at the gold piece in his hand. He stopped. Sitting in his hand was one of the stolen $50 gold pieces.
All right. Very good. Let's take a look here at some words. First up is evidence.
Evidence.
Yeah. So the accent is at the very beginning of the word. One more time. Evidence.
Evidence.
Good. Okay. Let's go to the word thief. Where did you go, thief? Okay. So instead of saying thief, it is thief with a TH sound. Try that.
Thief.
All right. Let's talk about the TH. Okay. So when we pronounce the TH sound, like in thief, our tongue goes between our teeth. Just like that. Thief. Thief. Try that.
Thief.
There you go. One more time. Thief.
Thief.
Great. Okay. So that is that sound is what's called a voiceless or an unvoiced TH. Okay. The voiced TH is in words like the. Okay, and it has a vibration here. The. Okay. Thief does not. Okay. So those are the two different sounds that we produce with the TH sound. Okay. Much better. Nice job. Okay. Let's go to Emmanuel.
Okay.
Let me have you continue. Where did we go to? Gold piece. Okay, so there. So let me have you read
Harris.
from Harris was relieved. Okay, down to follow him. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Harris was relieved. He finally had managed to shake that imprudent Jones fellow off of his tail. He had reward for him is 2 days' worth of work by paying him with one of the $50 gold pieces he had stolen from the bank. Even so, Harris was sure he had gotten away with it. He called his vigilantes together. Men, congratulations on our victory. We're going down to the saloon to celebrate. I'll buy the drinks. Cheese and applause rose up from the gang. Sadly, Colorado Jones, Jeremiah Lewiston, the county sheriff, and 4 other men walked up. Colorado spoke first. "Having a party, are we?" "I thought you left town," said Harris, incredulous. Bang! A shot rang out from Harris' left. One of John's men fell dead. Harris mounted up and rode hard. He heard horses follow him.
Okay, good. All right, let's go to one of Jones's men fell dead. So instead of feel, it is fell. So fell dead. Try that, please.
Okay. Fell dead.
Good. One more time. Fell dead.
Fall dead.
Okay. This word here is suddenly.
Suddenly.
Good. One more time. Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Okay. Now let's practice that R sound here. So we want to say cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good. One more time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Excellent. Okay. Let's go to aisle. I'll buy. I'll buy. Try that.
Okay. I'll buy.
One more time. I'll buy.
I'll buy.
And we're. Where did we're go? Oh, okay, right here. So instead of were, okay, you'd pronounce this as if there was not an apostrophe there. And this is a contraction
Yes.
standing for we are. So we would not say were. Okay, the word is we're.
We're. Yes.
Okay.
We're.
Excellent. All right. Very good. Thank you. All
Thanks.
right. Let's finish up with Julissa. And so starting at, go ahead and finish the story. Awesome.
Hal, you are under arrest. The voice was that of Colorado Jones. Bang! Another shot. This time the shot came from one of Colorado's Colt revolvers. Harry's horse stumbled and fell. He felt a pain in his side as he hit the ground. The last thing Benjamin Harris remembered seeing was the stone-cold faces of Colorado Jones and Jeremiah Lewiston. Harris was arrested and his gang dispersed. He was convicted of forging documents as a city treasurer and theft. Harris was also charged with the mishandling of funds. Benjamin Harris was sentenced to 25 years in prison. 2 years later, Colorado Jones was elected mayor of Crescent City. Jeremiah Lewiston was appointed to city council, and Crescent City was once again the peaceful, affluent town it had once been. Jones retired from law work once he was voted in as the mayor of Crescent City, but forever he will be known as the man called Colorado.
Oops. Okay. Very good. Let's take a look here at some words. So this word is charged.
Charged.
Good. One more time. Charged.
Charged.
Okay. Here is forging instead of forging. Forging. Forging.
Forging.
Good. Okay, and that means faking. Okay, creating fake documents. All right. And this word here, instead of dispersing, it is dispersed. Dispersed.
Dispersed.
Good.
Dispersed.
One more time. Yep, that's it. Excellent.
Dispersed.
Okay. Very good job, everybody. Thank you for coming to class this hour and practice your pronunciation and reading with me. Okay. I will be doing another class a little bit later today. We'll be reading another story, not the same one. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.